All right, welcome to Love Audio's YouTube channel. If you're new here, you don't know me, my name is Paul Webber, and I'm here to help you with the basics in audio production. Now, in today's video, I want to help you understand a little bit more about how mix minus works inside the Rodecaster Pro 1, and we're starting right now. Love Audio! All right, I can see a couple of people in the audience right now. Don't forget to say hi, by the way, and we'll give you a shout out. Let us know where you're listening or watching this from. Always helps the community get to know whereabouts you're listening from, whether it's in the States or whether it's in the UK, whether it's anywhere else in the world. And of course, all different time zones and everything else. Do let us know in the comments, won't you? Rich Vibes is in from Exeter in Devon. Hey, 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 says Rich. Thank you very much indeed for joining, Rich. Hope you are so well. Now, have you been enjoying... Well, the sport is just incredible, isn't it? Birmingham in the UK is host to the Commonwealth Games. Been watching a lot of that on TV recently, which is absolutely fantastic. And we can't forget the football, can we? Which was absolutely stunning. And yeah, just an amazing result on Sunday evening. Well done to the Lionesses. Fantastic result, and really showing things off in Westminster earlier on in Trafalgar Square. Earlier on, apparently, a friend of mine has just started a new job in London, and was worried that the travel was going to be absolute chaos getting to his new job because of the Lionesses showing off their trophies and everything in Trafalgar Square. But he got there on time, it was fine, got off the tube and everything else, so that was all really good. So Danny, congratulations on your new job. Hope all's going well. I know today was a bit of an induction day, so tomorrow will be the real thing, and he's got to get up nice and early and get to central London to begin that. Ina is in from Communications Social Media Live Streaming. Hi Paul, very interesting subject today. I have a little trouble with this. And hi to HDMB, otherwise known as Tom. And Becky, hello to you. Thank you so much for watching. Now, I was going to have a caller on, so if any of you guys want to help me with this, then please let me know in the comments, and I'll send you a private message with regards to Messenger. I'm going to need a volunteer to jump on a vMix call. All you need is a camera, microphone, and a Chrome browser, and I can send you the link for a vMix call very simply, and we can get that going. Because what I need to do is to show you why I don't use mix minus on the Rodecaster Pro 1. Because, well, I'll explain that as we're going on. But currently, the mix minus is off, okay? So when the caller comes in, we can actually demonstrate why it's important to have that on for the caller coming in. Having said that, we can also demonstrate why I don't have it on with regards to when I'm recording things like that, okay? Did someone say volunteer? Yes, they did. Are you okay for that, Robert? If you are, give us a big thumbs up in the comments, and I will very quickly sort out a new vMix call and get you on the stream if that's at all possible. I know you like volunteering for these things, so I'm just going to copy the link there, click OK, and then I'm going to get a messenger up here, and I'm going to type in Robert. There he is, Mr. Lee from Shalalala Productions. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste that link in the chat. Not in the chat to you guys, obviously, but into the messenger chat. Hopefully Robert will see that and I can bring him into the production. And what I also need to do is to change the title, because obviously we're going to have Roy in a little earlier on. Roy Richardson volunteered very kindly, but sadly he had some tech issues at his end, so we were unable to bring him in as a guest on that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is hopefully, let's have a look here. I think it's that one there. So if I do that and change that, sorry, can't find the thumbs up. He says, it's not a problem, sir, not a problem at all. Let's type Robert Lee in there, and it should have changed the title, which is cool. And then when he comes into the call, I can actually see him there, and we can click on audio, and we should be able to hear him as well. Now, the idea of testing this is that a lot of people are not quite sure what mix minus is, and let me just very briefly explain it to you if you're not quite sure what it is. Mix minus enables you to send a complete mix of your audio on the audio board, whatever you're using, in fact. On my case, it's the Rodecaster Pro 1. I haven't upgraded to the Rodecaster Pro 2 yet, 'cause it's a little out of my price league currently, so that'll have to wait. But what it does is it sends a mix of what you're doing on the board and sends it to your guest, your caller, whatever it might be, but minus their own voice, so they don't hear themselves coming back through the headphones. And sometimes that's really, really distracting for people. And it kind of makes, because there's a slight delay, obviously, it's called latency. And what that does is confuses the caller, thinking, and you know, if you don't kind of take one ear of the headphone off, you kind of end up slurring your words because there's a very, very slight delay. So what you get is you're trying to speak, but your words are coming out a millisecond later. And it's often very, very, very confusing for the caller. So that's what Mix Minus does. It gets rid of that. But the problem with that is, if I play something through my computer and I've got Mix Minus on, you're not going to hear it for some reason. And I need to figure out why that is, because everything else is coming through the mixer and it's working fine. If I put Mix Minus on now, you can hear me. That's absolutely fine. But if I play something through my computer, which I'm about to do right now, I'm going to play you a commercial. Now, you can probably hear that through my headphones, but you can't hear it through the actual stream. So, for me, Mix Minus isn't working with that in mind. So, I'm going to stop that audio because it's very, very loud in my headphones. Let's go to the beginning. Let's rewind that back. And yeah, Robert's on the call currently. So interestingly, Robert, let me bring you into a split screen a second. Give me 2 seconds and we'll organize that. So that was going to be Roy, but it's not Roy now. It's now Robert. So let me just adjust that and then bring you into that particular mix. Give me 2 seconds while I do that. Scroll down. We'll bring him right in. There he goes. And click on that. There he is. Fantastic. All right. So that should be us side by side, but it's not. Give me 2 seconds. Let me adjust that as well. This is production on the fly, guys. If you wanted to know what it's all about, this is production on the fly. So you know, trying to talk and keep that thing going at the same time is not always possible, but it is now. Robert, talk to me. Yeah, that must be your end because I've got your audio on. It's gotta be your end. Talk to me. Tell me what you have for breakfast. Any good? Everybody's having tech issues this evening. I can't hear Robert at all, and yet when Roy was coming in, I could hear audio, but his video was not right. So yeah, we're having fun tonight. That's for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. Any good, Robert? No, not at all. Oh, hang on. He's working behind the scenes, folks. I think we should have a jingle or something in between. Which says no Robert. All right. He's going to try and log back on. Okay. Jump out, jump back in. See if we get any audio from you at your end, Robert, if you can. That'll be great. And then we can proceed. So what I've got currently is Mix Minus off. Now, if I turn my fader up fully, you could probably hear me coming back to myself as like an echo on the stream. I can't hear that in my headphones, but you guys can probably hear that. And if I put Mix Minus on, like so, and then put the fader up, you should be able to hear me just normally with one voice and not having a kind of echo on. If that's right, then do let me know in the comments, won't you? That'll be a good indicator of what's going on. Excuse me. So, just going through the comments, making sure we've caught up with everything. Rich Vibes is saying, want a three-way. Well, a two-way would be ideal, but we're going to try and get Robert back and see if he comes back into the call and we can have him on the screen. But I don't know how many callers can I have on this particular setup. I don't think I've got enough thing for 3 calls coming in, or 2 calls coming in and a live. I'm not entirely sure I can stretch to that. But I can certainly send you a link, Rich, if it's any help, whilst we wait for Robert. In fact, let's close Robert's down. I will put a brand new one in, and I'll send you the link for that right now. The idea of just trying this is obviously because we tried to explain earlier that the mix minus gives you a mix of your production, but minus the caller coming in, so they don't hear themselves in the headphones, because that's really, really distracting sometimes, as you can probably appreciate. So let's have a look here. As Richard, I'm going to post that into the chat on Facebook Messenger. Richard, you should have that now, Rich. So just check your computer if you can, and click on the link that I've sent you. And that should be a brand new link, should bring you into the production, so that we can give this a test and make sure that it kind of works. So we've got USB mix minus on, and bearing in mind the USB is my computer coming back to the Rodecaster Pro, for instance. So, for instance, if I was to play, as we did earlier on, that audio, you can't hear that. But if I turn mix minus off,
best records ever made,
and then put the fader up, you can now hear it, right?
Indie, rave, Manchester, Northern Soul, 60s, 70s, funk, disco and ska. All big familiar tunes guaranteed to keep the party going. Tickets include food on arrival by Kelly's Kitchen. The doors open at 6 p.m. for food.
Anyway, you get the idea. So so that's being played through the computer, but with mix minus off. So everything coming back through the cable from the computer is on this fader here. You can't see that, obviously, but it's on one of the faders on the Rodecaster Pro, but I have mix minus turned off. And when I'm doing voiceover work, I found that having mix minus on, I wasn't able to record things into the computer as I really wanted to. So I had to disable it. So that's the reason I don't use it when I'm doing voiceover work or when I'm trying to play stuff through the computer, because I just can't get that to work. Now that might be a routing issue, in which case then I need to kind of sit down and figure out how to get around that. But and also it might be something to do with the Windows audio settings as well. Even though I'm using the Rodecaster Pro as a sound card, it'll still throw up quirks. Windows media and audio is very much like that. It'll throw up a quirk and it just won't work properly. So I believe. In fact, let me just tell you what Robert says. Robert said, found the problem, dead mic, trying to find a new cable. But it's okay because Rich Vibes is here. Rich.
Hello.
Hello. Now,
hey.
Okay, this is a perfect test. Give me 2 seconds, Rich. I'm just going to plonk you into the various windows. Give me 2 secs. Which should be that one, I think. Yeah, right click, title editor.
Oh, I just realised I ain't got my
That should be fine. Click OK. So we go here, and we go here, and we go to caller down at the bottom. Stay there, Rich, whatever you do. And then we go here. Now you should be 2 seconds. You should be there. Yes, there he is on screen. And the titles are working as well. I just need to do one more, so we've got side by side, and then we will test this properly, as I wanted to in the first place. And I should have done this afternoon, should have prepped it, I know. Don't get me wrong, it's just one of those things. I've not had a chance to do it. But with any luck, we'll get this sorted now. And if I do that... Yes! That works.
There we go.
So, Rich, I've got USB mix minus turned off on the Rodecaster Pro. Are you hearing yourself back through the headphones when you talk?
So I've got it on the laptop, so I can hear myself at the moment on the laptop. Yeah.
Okay. No worries. Anything can happen when experimented live, says Robert. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for trying anyway. No problem at all. I'm on vMix call now, but I don't see you on. Yeah, I can only bring one caller in at a time, Robert, with this particular subscription to vMix. So that's hence the reason why we've disconnected that particular call. So what I'm going to do now, Rich, is put mix minus on, and you can tell me then if there's any change in what you can hear in the headphones, or you're hearing back through the laptop. You're not listening to it on headphones.
Yeah, it's coming through my laptop, so that's fine. I can hear myself, and I've got that millisecond delay, which is
so if
slower in my speech.
Okay, so for instance, when you if you had headphones on, you'd hear that a lot more clearer, and it would be very distracting.
Let me plug the headphones in. Hang on.
That's a great idea. Preparation is the key to success, he says. You should have done this hours ago.
There you go.
All right. Now, so tell me what you can hear. Just for the benefit of the viewers that have just tuned in and wondering what the heck's going on, we're testing the Rodecaster Pro 1, not 2, because I haven't upgraded to number 2 yet. But this is Rodecaster Pro 1, and we're testing the mix minus setting. So mix minus is currently off. And what can you hear when you speak normally? Go ahead.
So basically, I'm viewing through vMix Call, obviously. I'm seeing you and me on the screen.
You're slurring your words, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Because I can hear myself in repeating, and it's like a millisecond delay.
Okay, this is a classic example. So to get over that, you could take one ear off so you can hear yourself.
Yeah.
Like that. And now when you talk properly, just give me a sentence. What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, I had cereal this morning. It was lovely.
Okay, is that better? So you can hear yourself through your own head?
Slightly better, but
headspace.
I can still hear myself. So,
okay, so what we're going to do now, Rich, if you wouldn't mind, is just stay there a second. We're going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to put mix minus on, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. So mix minus is now on. Tell me what it sounds like when you speak now.
Okay, so when I speak now, I cannot hear myself at all. Speech is fine, perfect. I can still hear you, obviously.
Yep.
In the interview, but no me.
Right, and that's exactly what. I thank God that we were able to try this, because that's exactly what mix minus does. It sends you a mix of what I can play you. For instance, this. You should be able to hear that, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear the music.
Okay, you should be able to hear. So basically, anything on the Rodecaster Pro that's coming up through that, apart from your voice, is coming back to you.
Yeah, everything's coming back fine.
Yeah, minus your voice, which is fantastic. I'm going to play you a piece of audio on the computer, and this is, again, to prove what I'm talking about. So I'm playing this through the computer now.
I can't hear anything.
Only my headphones, because it's really loud.
Yeah, okay. I can't hear that at all, so...
Right.
Oh,
so
I could hear something slight then.
Yeah, that's because it's coming through my headphones. My headphones are really loud, and the microphone's picking that up. Yeah. So now, what I'm going to have to do in that case on any live production or any recording is to import the audio into the production that I've got, and then play you this via the production. So now.
Lancaster Brewery presents a night with Clint Boone playing all the best anthems. The night will bring you the best records ever made, from lots of genres including indie, rave, Manchester, Northern Soul, 60s, 70s, funk, disco and ska. All big familiar tunes guaranteed to keep the party going. Tickets include food on arrival by Kelly's Kitchen. The doors open at 6 p.m. for food and music, with sets from Clint at 9 p.m. right through until midnight. Clint Boone, live at Lancaster Brewery, 16th of July. £11 tickets. See skiddle.com.
There we go.
Oh, when do we go?
I'm looking at the computer thinking, that's not moving. It's because I'm playing it through vMix. So, yeah, ignore me.
Right.
So it was in June, but it's for Lancaster Brewery, and through Beyond Radio, who I do voiceovers for up in Lancaster and Morecambe. But I just wanted to demonstrate that for you. So now we've got USB mix minus on, right? I'm just going to do one more thing with regards to... putting you into what we call a pip. So give me 2 seconds while I do that, and I'll show you something on the screen that will show you that I can't leave mix minus on when I'm doing other things. Okay, so we do that, and we do. I don't think I've got it on a button. Let me try that. So now you and I are here on this screen. It's showing the computer. Let's get rid of chat, and let's get rid of that and that. And that, and we're back to this. Now, this is what happens when I am trying to record into... I'll just log into this a second. Give me 2 secs while we do that. In fact, I'll go back to that screen there a second while I log in. I don't need you to know the login details of the radio station that I'm doing work for. But I'm going to try and do a link. I'm going to try and record a link into it, okay? And what you'll see is, in fact, we'll go to tomorrow's date so I can do tomorrow's show. So let's go to the calendar, choose tomorrow's date, and we'll choose 10 a.m. because that's when I'm on in the morning. And we're going to do the top of hour link, okay? So if I go to here, and I'll show you the screen again. Give me 2 seconds. So we'll go to
Love Audio.
that screen there. So this is what happens. So so I've got mix minus on, okay? And what was happening before was that when I record the link, it wasn't recording my voice. So I had to take mix minus off, okay? So we're just going to try this very briefly. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Can I do it? I realise you can't hear that. It's fine.
Yep.
You can probably hear it through my headphones, which is fine. This is only a test, by the way. Stand by. Yeah, good morning. Thanks, Jeff. He's back tomorrow when you wake up. All right, got great music on the way. Elton John and Dua Lipa, Cold Hearts. Got Ariana Grande and Zed with Break Free. First, though, it's Dove Cameron and Breakfast. Now, you can't hear half the stuff that was going on in my headphones.
No, all I could hear was you.
Yeah, but I could hear everything else. Now, I'll play it back to you with the mix minus off so you can actually hear it. Mm-hmm. And you'll see what I mean about demonstrating that that thing that wasn't happening. So here we go. This is the whole link.
Celsius.
Liverpool's big hit station. From the greatest city in the world, this is Best.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks, Jeff. He's back tomorrow when you wake up. All right, got great music on the way. Elton John and Dua Lipa, Cold Hearts. Got Ariana Grande and Zed with Break Free. First, though, it's Dove Cameron and Breakfast.
Another hour.
So actually, that's working. Apart from the fact that you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, well, I could hear
through the headphones.
Now I can hear my voice. Yeah.
Yeah. So the mix minus is now off. But during that demonstration, I had mix minus on, and it actually works. So that's interesting, because that wasn't working when I first set it up. So that's pretty good. That means I can. It's a lot fainter than it is when I record normally, which is odd, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I noticed when you switched, your voice boosted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think something in the settings will be doing that. Now, what I normally do is I normally have pre-fade listen on. Both buttons on the desk are on light green, so they light up green, telling me that I've got pre-fade listen on. But if I play this again, that's not coming down the line to you. But if I turn mix minus off, so that's playing now. You can obviously hear that quite loudly through the through the thing. So that's cool. I don't want to get copyright strike. So whatever that song is, sorry. But that's interesting. So and what this particular software does, it boosts it as well. So let me play you the whole link. Now it's been boosted. Can you hear that noise? That's either next door's hot tub, or it's an aeroplane or a helicopter outside.
That's bizarre.
I know. Tell me about it. Right. So here's the whole link.
Liverpool's big hit.
Probably hear it through my headphones, which is fine. This is only a test, by the way. Stand by. Yeah, good morning. Thanks, Jeff. He's back tomorrow when you wake up. All right, got great music on the way. Elton John and Dua Lipa, Cold Hearts. Got Ariana Grande and Zed with Break Free. First, though, it's Dove Cameron and Breakfast.
Another round.
Yeah, so
that's...
Go on.
That time, Paul, I could hear it all.
Yeah, you could, because it boosts it, and I've got mix minus off. Yeah. So, I'm probably splitting hairs here, and it seems to be a minor thing. Mix minus. It seems to be a minor thing. However, I think it's worth demonstrating that sometimes you need to kind of route the audio properly through the computer in order for your guests to hear everything that's going on through the computer. And I don't know why that is. It's coming back through the Rodecaster Pro, but you know, if I've got mixed minus on, you can't hear stuff. So I don't know. It's just odd, isn't it?
It's just
I know
thinking
with the new one, the
thing.
Rodecaster Pro
Yeah.
2, there's a lot more routing options. So you know, might have to save up and it's 700 quid, I think.
Bite the bullet, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to 450 for the old one. So there's a
Yeah.
big difference in price. However, people are raving about it on YouTube, and there's a lot of videos on there that are showing that it's a really good production tool. So, you know, maybe it's worth saving up for and biting the bullet. But not here to slag it off in any way, shape or form, but I just wanted to demonstrate the mix minus process, and we've done that brilliantly with yourself. Thank you. I'll put it back on
You're
so
welcome.
you don't get your voice confused and everything else. Try that now.
Yeah, I can not hear myself, which is great.
That's good. And you're coming through nice and loud and clear as well. And also on the replay,
Good.
you'll be able to hear that on the video. When you're playing back the video, anybody watching this on the replay,
Yeah, I'll have a look in a bit.
yeah, we'll be able to tell that that's happening. So in about 5-10 minutes time, when we finish this and wrap this up, you'll be able to replay that hopefully, or maybe next day or whatever it is. With the new videos, by the way, what I'm going to be doing is editing off the countdown timer, but that also gets rid of live chat. So my apologies if you wanted to watch yourself chatting to each other in the box. That goes when you edit off anything on a YouTube video. So it does away with the live chat, but it'll take away the countdown timer. It will just have my intro on it. So that's what we're doing in the future, folks. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that.
Brilliant.
Go back to that one. There we go. So yeah, Rich, how's things with you? How's Exeter? And you back gigging and stuff like that?
Is it just me or is it warm tonight again?
Oh, okay. I'll prove it to you. And don't forget, I'm in a garage, right?
Yeah.
With a black slated roof, no insulation whatsoever, and breeze blocks for the walls, right? The temperature in here, and I swear to God, this is genuine, is 25.5 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
61% humidity. And yeah.
Mind you, have you seen today that we've been, I mean, California as well, but we've been having fires.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so dry out there. So
scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very scary.
Yeah, that's it.
People be careful. Let's go back to some comments because I think I missed one from Tom. Says, when you put mix minus on, your mic drops in volume, but Rich's voice is loud and clear. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. Mix minus is on now. So, yeah, maybe if I boost my microphone a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That's quite loud in my headphones, and that's above 0 dB. So, talk to me.
So, yeah, I mean, just now your voice did boost a little bit. So,
yeah. So I think when I've got a guest coming in, I will do the mix minus thing. Obviously, if I want to play some audio. In fact, that's going to be really frustrating, isn't it? Because I'm all about audio and I'm trying to play stuff to people, and I'm going to have mix minus off in order for you to hear the audio.
Maybe that's part of the improvements that they've made to the RCP2. You see?
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's time.
Won't
be for a while. As you probably heard on last week's stream, I have transport issues. I have no vehicle right now. I hired one for the weekend just gone because I had 2 gigs I needed to get to. So that's annoying. And hopefully I'm viewing one tomorrow, which will be good. And if that goes through, then fine, I'll have transport by Wednesday, Thursday, which is excellent. But yeah, I have no vehicles, folks, so don't expect me to go anywhere. Unless you're going to come and get me, all right? Simple as that. Yeah, thanks.
If you need a lift anywhere, mate, just let me know.
Oh, well, you drive. That's good. Yeah, that's good news. But you're working though, aren't you? You doing work? Are you doing daytime work and stuff?
Not at the moment.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's obviously a long story, and
so.
we'll leave it there. But yeah.
Okay.
We'll chat further offline.
Yeah.
But no, that's thank you for the offer. That's really good. In fact, I do need to get to Teignmouth tomorrow, so possibly if we can arrange the viewing.
Yeah. If you can't arrange anything else, let me know, mate.
You see, that's what friends are for. Very good. All right, so so I think I need to get my head around the Rodecaster Pro a little more in order to work out how to play audio to you guys in stereo up the line, but still have mix minus on. That's frustrating.
Maybe it's a thing as to how you've got it input and output in your series of the machines that you've got there.
Well, the only machines I've got is the computer and the Rodecaster Pro. That's it, period. So there's only two things that can possibly go wrong. So I think it's probably the Windows audio that I need to configure properly to get it to come back in.
Possibly,
yeah. In fact, I mean, I'm not going to bore everybody with the details, but see, speakers, Rodecaster Pro, stereo, 100% correct. So if I open up the volume settings, sound settings here, right? We'll go to, so I can go to that again.
See, that's some.
Yeah, go on.
See, that's some. I was going to say, see, sometimes that's the beauty of having like a separate mixer or controller so that you can adjust and adapt.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to be doing with this, but clearly not.
Yeah.
So okay, so the volume, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the volume for the microphone, you can see there, is coming in nice and clear. That's absolutely fine, and it shows the Rodecaster Pro stereo as my input, right? Now, the problem with it is all sound devices. Let's have a look. So nothing in there is giving me any indication as to get the computer sound back into the computer so that you guys can hear it, but mix minus. So that's really frustrating. I could bring it back in through the inbuilt sound card, but I really don't want to do that. That would have to be on a different channel as well, of course. Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. So I've no idea. Anybody who's got any clues on that, then give us a shout in the comments, because I have no clue. More audio, combine left and right audio channels, no. Audio interface, no, that's the camera. That's the FHD capture is the camera, so I don't want the sound coming in from that. Volume, we can see that's coming in nice and clear. That's fine. But whenever I try and play something through the computer, it won't come back through, which is really frustrating. So I have no idea.
Because it sounds like your setup is very. I mean, obviously you've got Rodecaster. I've got a record box mixer, controller. So when I'm doing my show on a Sunday, I've got a separate computer which has obviously got all my music on. I then use the controller and the mic that's plugged into the controller to just feed an output direct to my MacBook.
Nice plug for the show. Well done.
So, but yeah, it's just like a central feed that I'm giving to the MacBook.
Yeah. Yeah, and that that works, but I don't see the point of I could bring my DJ mixer in here and do the same thing. However, I don't see the point of that when we've got a decent computer and a decent mixer with the Rodecaster Pro. So,
well, that's it. The Rodecaster should be doing the work, shouldn't it? So
yeah, it should be. But I think there's an issue with the USB input. So it's effectively coming down the same channel as you are, because we're bringing you in as a vMix call. But when I play stuff back through the computer, it's not coming to your headphones, and not coming to the stream either, which is odd.
Yeah, see, the way I would have done it was, use a separate computer, have you coming in on that computer into the controller, and then the controller direct to the output laptop.
Yeah,
as it were.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, Whit Profits here. He says, I've done all my audio routing in vMix. Haven't tested it with Rodecaster Pro 2 yet. So he's got a new Rodecaster Pro 2. I'd be interested to see how that works. Whit. So yeah, thanks for the comment, and do update us, won't you, in future weeks when you've got it set up. And if you need any volunteers, there's plenty in this group that'll jump on and give you a hand. That's Hugh Demand. Whit Profit from Canada.
Maybe you could do a sister show to this one.
Yeah.
To see how the RCP2 copes with it.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good? Bring that in as a separate thing and try things out and stuff. But yeah, for now, I think we've kind of demonstrated the fact that it works in the fact that you're not hearing your own voice come back to you, which is brilliant. That's the whole idea.
Perfectly
Rich.
fine.
So
Yeah,
thanks for helping us test that.
not a problem at all.
Yeah, but it still doesn't still doesn't get over the problem I've got in replaying audio back through the system so you guys can hear it. And I need to figure out why that is. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Maybe Whit's got a thing. Whit says, I'll be asking you and Rich to test. Brilliant.
Perfect.
Yeah. For me, make sure it's mornings, because I tend to be out in the afternoon. But yeah, mornings are better for me, or evenings, UK time, British summertime. But Rich is available to test, no doubt.
Yeah.
Let me think. Whit, you might be onto something. Maybe I need to set up my routing inside vMix in order for the computer audio to be heard. God, that's getting so complex, isn't it? Hang on. Let's go to settings.
So when you say you got me on the vMix call, the vMix call is not coming through the RCP2 as a separate line, a separate feed.
No, but by the very nature of the fact that vMix is on the computer, then yes, it is coming back through the computer, because you're on the computer as well. You're on vMix.
Yeah.
So, hang on a second. God, I won't do that. Hang on. Stay there a sec. Click OK. Cut to that. I'm going to bring that back in. Settings, audio inputs. Drag that over there. So here's what's happening with regards to routing. Wow. See, that's left over from the previous 32-channel digital mixer that I used to have. Why is that not corrected itself? Look at that. There's no way that's going to go on. That's 32 blank channels, I know. So that clearly isn't going to work. So it's either... Well, it's going to be one or two, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because you've still got it as a Studio Live 32SC up there.
Oh, God, I have. Why has that not changed? Hang on. Oh, do you know what?
That may be it.
What do we reckon? Rodecaster Pro stereo. But the problem with me doing this, Rich, is...
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm gonna kill
I know.
Hang on a sec. So headphones, where the hell's that gone? That's also Rodecaster Pro, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it should be, yeah.
Yeah. God, ready? You ready for this?
Okay, here we go.
Oh no!
Maybe we'll need to come back on and do a part two.
Well, exactly. I'm not going to do that because it will kill the stream. But I will do straight after.
But
the show.
I think that's what your problem is, because you had it set to your old 32SC.
Possibly, but there's nothing connected to it that belongs to that anymore. It's just a name, and therefore it will bring up all the settings.
That's exactly it. So that's it's using those settings and not your Rodecaster.
I wonder. Well, there's only one way to test it, and we'll do that straight after the stream. So let's get back to that.
Okay.
That screen there. Listen, Rich, I want to thank you very much indeed for your help. Much appreciated. I'm glad we managed to test it anyway, and we'll come back and do
brilliant stuff.
Part 2 or something if we get it set up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here anyway, so.
Thank you very much indeed. All right. So listen, thanks very much indeed for watching. You've been watching the Love Audio YouTube channel, generally about audio production for beginners. And as you can see, I'm a total beginner myself, so still learning, which is cool. If you want merchandise, by the way, hop over to loveaudiosmerchstore.com. There's T-shirts and mugs there that you can have a look at, which is pretty cool. And if you want to look at my general website, that's loveaudio.co.uk. Always pleased to have visitors to that. You can always drop me a line from there as well. And the other YouTube channel I have, the other website I have is loveaudiobits.co.uk. So if you're after audio spares like microphones, mic stands, cables, mic muffs, that kind of stuff, get yourself over to loveaudiobits.co.uk. Shipping is free for orders over £20, for the UK that is, of course. So hop over to there if you need anything like that. What else do I have here? Let me think. You can also support the channel by going to patreon.com/Love Audio Production and become a patron. I would love that to happen. Also, while you're over there and taking a look, you can also download the free podcasting guide. It's on a PDF. You can download that for free and save that to computer, and that'll be absolutely wonderful. So that's about it. In the meantime, I'll see you next week at 8 p.m. British summertime. In the meantime, look after each other, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.